Bit of a whistle-stop tour this, arrived yesterday. How's it going?
Yeah, it was good. It was the boys have been excited to get out there. Obviously a long flight, but I kept myself occupied playing Pokemon, so I was pretty safe for the flight. But yeah, we just excited to get down there and play some good footy.
What's this couple of weeks like, going out to South Africa, a couple of games against very strong sides. How does it differ to sort of the fixtures at home here?
I think it's exciting, like you said, you play a different brand of rugby, a different team with different styles, and it's the home of rugby here. You can see it everywhere that they love the sport here. So we just raring to go really just to get stuck in and pick up what is a massive block for us.
Nice and warm as well.
Yeah, the heat's took especially us heavy boys off guard a little bit, but no, it's been nice to be honest. It's been obviously the weather back home with the rain has been miserable, so boys are certainly a lot more happier with the sun on their backs.
And as you say, an important role. You've got to get over the defeat of the weekend out of Europe, but the focus now is on a playoff place. And if you get in that top eight with those last five games you're looking at, you'll do it the hard way, won't you? They're hard matches.
Yeah, of course. I think we put a marker down from the start of the season saying we want to be a knockout rugby. We were disappointed the last week that we didn't get over the line, but now it's important that we can just concentrate on the league and we put ourselves out there. We want to get to the playoffs. It won't be a success if we don't make it. So yeah, we know how important this tour is to pick up some vital points and then lead into the last three games of the season. Then to really put ourselves in a good position.
And the Stormers on the Bulls aren't exactly the weakest South African side, so you've got two tough games ahead, starting with the Stormers on the weekend.
To be honest, I don't think any South African team is an easy side. So yeah, they're playing a good brand rugby, both of them are. But I think when you come over, you know it's always going to be a test. So and the Stormers and Bulls aren't going to be any different.
What's it like playing in South Africa, Nicky?
Really enjoyable. I think they obviously play a brand of rugby with physicality and the speed of the game is high. But I think you just the sort of culture of it. The boys have really just enjoyed it. Myself personally, I love coming up to, and I'm just really looking forward to get stuck in the next couple of weeks.
It's your last five games for the Ospreys, well, possibly more, last five regular games. How do you think you're going to feel, Nicky? You've been there such a long time. How do you think the next sort of 6 weeks is going to be for you personally?
Yes, funny enough, Sean and Tim have reminded me that I'm cutting down my last five games, and yeah, it's a strange feeling, but I'm just dead excited just to try and get into the playoffs. That ended on a sort of high, and I think with these group of boys, they deserve some recognition. And I think the best way to do that is to climb up through the playoffs and get some silverware.
Can you just sum up what playing for the Ospreys has meant to you?
Oh, everything. I think being a Swansea boy, being a local boy, living 10 minutes from the Liberty. It's meant absolutely everything for me to be an honour to put on the jersey, and I'm just looking to finish on a high. And for what it looks like for me is, like I said, is climbing and battling for that silver at the end of the season.
So, I mean, it's the first time we've spoken to you properly. It was a tough decision, I would imagine.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it was certainly a tough decision. I think probably why I am in my rugby career and more importantly my family life. I think it was the right time to sort of test myself in a different league. And yeah, it is. I am looking forward to it. But right now, like I said, I'm just so keen just to get help the boys as much as I can, whatever that role looks like, just to get into those playoffs and push for silver.
Final one from Nicky. You are still available for Wales, obviously, with more than 25 caps. I assume that's something you obviously injured at the start of the tournament, the Six Nations, but I'm assuming that's something that's still in your mind.
Yeah, of course. Look, of course, it's everyone's ambition to play for the country, and I'm no different. Um, but with that move, it was purely thinking about how can I sort of test myself in a different environment. And yeah, if international honours come from there, brilliant. But the main thing was really just a sort of an opportunity, just really to look at myself and think, well, where like I said, where I am with my my rugby career, my family life, is this the right opportunities to really just test myself and see how it goes. And yeah, of course, international honours would be great, but again, it is if it is. You can't rely on that, so we'll just have to wait and see.
And where do you think you're leaving the Ospreys? Are you leaving them in a good spot compared to obviously the last couple of years have been difficult?
To me, I think this is certainly for as far as I've been here, is probably the best group we've had, and I think you look at that, we've been The last 2 years of knockout rugby in Europe. We're pushing for the playoffs this year. I think the key for that has been the core group of young boys we've had coming through. Morgan Morse, James Fender. He was unlucky to get his injury. And then you got the sort of boys then who've been here a couple of seasons who are really pushing on. You got the likes of like Rubes, Morgan Morris, Rhys Davis again, unlucky to get the injury. But I think those boys are really pushing the standard for us older fellas. And I think for the Ospreys, it's something that's really exciting the next couple of years. The more rugby those boys get, they're just going to get better and better. And I think it's a really exciting time for Ospreys.